Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the Saints, all that and more, coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff, and we should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. And they've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so. And now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And to your point, we have to remember the Baltimore Ravens history starts in 1996 when the Browns moved from Cleveland. Since then, they won the Super Bowl twice, number 47, as you mentioned, and also Super Bowl 35 in Tampa over the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for the New Orleans Saints, what a ride this year under Dennis Allen. He takes over for Sean Payton, instills what seemed to be a new sense of purpose in his players, and they find themselves in the big game for just the second time in franchise history.
Partner, you got to tip your hat to them because we remember that string of really tough playoff losses. But how about this franchise persevering? They had a sensational draft and even better offseason, and they gelled as a unit, and now they have a chance to hoist the Lombardi Trophy for a second time.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with a safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Dobbins. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and
2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
We all love to have a home. Field down can take him the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
The slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And a short gain down to about the 33. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. One quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 0-0 our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now it's Jackson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints.
It's not on hoping that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings him to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. They find some open field. There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara
with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that.
And the Saints post the first points in the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
In motion comes the tight end left. On 1st down, Drake.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, on the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. They run it again with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
Winston to the sideline here on fourth down, and Will Lutz gets set for a New Orleans field goal try.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And not a whole lot to speak of there, so bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Still 9 remaining on second down.
In motion left, Robinson.
On second and 9, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to grade the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
David Onyemata, excellent effort. And he earns a tackle for loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss. They'll go option to the short side. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back running plays, putting him in negative territory. What can they do coming up on 3rd and 15? Now Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, guys, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Kamara trying to right side. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On third down, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Patrick Queen able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
They need a stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
So potentially a turning. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Kamara up the middle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Credit the tackle to Kentavious Street, the product of NC State.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A pitch out to Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
They run with Edwards off the option.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Off the option, here's Edwards. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale.
We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Phillips, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Phillips has it, running the out route.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Drake. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Ravens are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Being chased out left.
There's Chris Olave.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Jameis to throw it.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
try to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Kamara gets it again on second down. 162 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. The busy night continues for Kamara. And he's got some space here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Kamara. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left half. Should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. It's a kickoff return score on a squib kick. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that. We're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point.
Now, before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. That one is good, but the final margin will be 6 as this one is over. And the Lombardi Trophy is headed back to the Bayou. The New Orleans Saints, Super Bowl champions. Their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.